You know, 60 years to this time was when the Public Order Act was passed by Albert Magai of the SLPP. They instituted a very draconian law. And as a result of that 1965 Public Order Act that was passed, it led to the brutal rebel war that we had, where pregnant women's stomach were opened whilst the rebels were arguing if it's a boy or girl. But today in Sierra Leone, again, 2025, as we speak, March, they've passed the counterterrorism law, and they've set the stage for the next brutal rebel war.
Terrorism Act 2024.
Listen to this.
Be read the third time and passed into law. All those in favor say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it.
The bill entitled the Counterterrorism Act, for being an act to provide for the establishment of the National Counterterrorism Coordination Committee, to provide for offenses of terrorism and terrorism-related matters, to provide for enforcement measures on terrorist funds and other assets, to provide for the prohibition of financial support to terrorism, and to provide for other related matters, has been read the third time and passed into law.
You know, guys, so when you hear counterterrorism, then the first question I want you to ask yourself is, who are the terrorists? Where are the terrorists? You know, in Nigeria, they have the Boko Haram. That's a terrorist group, right? We have other terrorist organizations across the world. But in Sierra Leone, we don't have no terrorists. If anything, the ones that are in power, illegally occupying power, the Marabios, the Ali Kabas, these are the terrorists that we have in Sierra Leone. These are the people that were part of the rebel war that we fought in Sierra Leone. Marabio, as an example, his sister was with Fode Sanko, married to Fode Sanko. Ali Kaba was the one who went to the Mataba, Libya.
You're from Africa, of course you want to hang with West Africans. So at the Mataba, most times, Dr. Manny, Ali Kaba, myself will be together, conversing all of the time when I was there. So,
what about Fode Sanko?
Fode Sanko was, I tell you, what I heard of Fode Sanko for the first time on the BBC. Fode Sanko was nothing. He was not at the Mataba. Fode Sanko was apparently one of Ali Kaba's men that were in the camp. Fode Sanko knew my men. I did not know Fode Sanko, just as Ali Kaba did not know my men.
To start the revolution, the rebel war in Sierra Leone. Why? Because they said Siaka Steven, has oppressed them, suppressed them. There is massive corruption, human rights abuses. So they passed. They decided to bring a rebel war. So if anything, they are the terrorists in Sierra Leone. But otherwise, this law, it sounds, counterterrorism, want to stop terrorist acts and this and that. They keep circumventing the Constitution. They've passed other laws, like the Cybercrime Act that was used to prosecute our hunt, Section 44(2)B. This counterterrorism law talks about locking you up for over 30 years. If you say something that, the government feels like it's offensive to them, you'll go after your family. That is what is in this counterterrorism law. So when you hear it, the outsider looking in, you think they're just fighting terrorism, but that is a lie. The underlying thing is democracy is dead in Sierra Leone. Democracy is backsliding. These guys don't want to hear dissenting voices like myself that I'm speaking to you, giving you a backdrop of what has happened. This is an article that is published by African Express, and African Express has its own website. You can go on his website as well and you'll see it. Go and read this article so you can see exactly what we're talking about. But I want you to know, Sierra Leoneans, 60 years ago, to this year that we're talking right now, the Public Order Act was implemented by Albert Magai, which led to the 28 years of Siaka Steven. And hence, Marabio and others came in 1992 and overthrew the APC.
Well, our problem now is we have to deal with the present situation, which is the humanitarian situation that we have at hand. And would want to appeal to the world to pay attention also to us. They've given a lot of publicity to the situation in Bosnia, Rwanda, and a lot of Liberia, as close, very close to us. We think that we form part of the international community, irrespective of our size, that they should listen to the predicaments of our people and come to the aid of this country, which is very much in need of humanity.
The government, because they said there was corruption, manhandling of the state resources and everything. And this is the same thing that has happened today in Sierra Leone. Electricity is out. People don't have access to electricity. People are dying of hunger and starvation. So they want to suppress people from speaking up about this. And this is why they've passed the counter-terrorism law.
Terrorism
So the
Act
world should know.
2024.
The world should know. Look at this. Listen to it one more
Be
time.
read the third time and passed into law. All those in favor say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it.
All right. You've heard it, guys. So this is what we're dealing with. And I want the world to know. Take note of what is happening in Sierra Leone. Again, they're circumventing the constitution to go against the rights of the people of Sierra Leone so that they wouldn't have dissenting voices. By the way, this law has 21 days before it becomes law. So talk to your members of parliament, as illegal as they are. Call your party representatives, every Sierra Leonean, wherever you are. This is a call for action. Let them know you don't want this law. Get on Twitter, get on your Facebook pages. If you're a Sierra Leonean anywhere in the world and you think this is not going to affect you, it is going to affect all of us one day. Again, 25 years, 60 years from today, this year, the Public Order Act was enacted. And now they've enacted a counter-terrorism law, not to talk about the cybercrime law. So Sierra Leoneans, wake up. Wake up. These guys
Terrorism
are
Act
setting the pace
2024.
again for another rebel war in Sierra Leone.
Passed into
Where
law.
are the
All
terrorists?
those in favor say
Where
aye.
are the terrorists?
Those against
Any youth wey misbehave, what don't find like you, who broke the foot, who they find like your mama or that you back, who arrest them, go lock them. Because them born you for sure, now them for tell you how them born you. If you like bastard pick it up for no. Them for tell you that they. We know you get sense. How young people they not use you? They not use you like grandpa them. We not get sense. They not use you like them. We not get sense. Who they can't use you back? Then they left use you to pick them back. We not know they get sense. Eh? Then they go kill you for